morning, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're here on another edition of the Cooperative Voice. I'm your host, Phoenix Belfield, and I'm really happy to be here with you this lovely Thursday morning on another special edition of the Cooperative Voice. In this edition, we'll be speaking with the President and the General Manager of the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union as it relates to their 2020 annual report, the performance, and some critical information that they need to transmit to their membership. So I'm going to ask you to just simply keep that dial. We're joined live on DBS Radio, on their radio station and social media. We're also joined live by Kyrie News FM. So thank you to DBS and Kyrie FM for joining us in this broadcast of the Cooperative Voice. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. And this compliments of this edition of the Cooperative Voice program is brought to you with a kind compliment of the Dominica Cooperative Societies League Limited in collaboration with the Credit Unions of Dominica and also MLaja mobile wallet application, providing you great financial solutions and helping you out digitally. So we'll just pause for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have this conversation. Don't you dare go.
Send me money, receive money, send me money. No more hassle. M-L'argent, send me money, receive money. M-L'argent, it's safe and secure. M-L'argent, you want to send your money to friends and family. No more standing in line. M-L'argent, it's a new digital financial service brought to you by the Dominica Credit Union Movement. Introduces a new wallet solution, M-L'argent. Top up friends, pay bills, make shopping easy, extra secure. Sign up is absolutely free. M-L'argent, you want to send your money to friends and family. No more standing in line. M-L'argent, download the M-L'argent app today. See your credit union for more details. M-L'argent, your mobile payment solution. M-L'argent.
All right, thank you again. Again, this is Phoenix Belfield on this edition, this episode of the Cooperative Voice program. I'm happy that you're delighted to join us on this another edition of the Cooperative Voice. Today, we'll be having the Members Forum for the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and we'll be speaking with the President and the General Manager of the Credit Union to speak a little bit about the 2020 results, the annual report, and some important announcements. You would know that we're in the pandemic era, and as a result, many of our credit unions are affected in terms of the hosting of the annual general meetings. And the annual general meeting hosting has been somewhat a celebrated occasion because most of the members will take that opportunity not only to fraternize, but also to seek questions and queries and hear what's happening with their credit union. And so Marigot Cooperative Credit Union, which is located on the northeastern corridor with 4 branches, they are one of the credit unions that are affected, and as such, we'll be having a conversation with the President and the General Manager. So I'm joined by Mr. Valentine Telemat and also Mr. Reginald Robin. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Okay, great. Mr. Telemat, can you hear me?
Well, yes.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm hearing it clearly.
Okay, great. All right, so we're happy to have you both here. And before we get into the nits and bits of the program today, we want to give a shout out to the folks at the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union. You have branches in Calibichi, branches in Woodford Hill. The Wesley branch is going to come up again, and then you have Marigot with some other collection points there. So we want to give a big shout out to those folks that are there. Mr. President, I'm just going to start with you. We know that the credit union has been affected by COVID, just as the entire country of Dominica and also the world at large. And so today we're having this members forum to discuss what's happening with the Marigot Credit Union.
All right, thank you, Mr. Belfield, for facilitating Marigot Credit Union reaching its members via this medium. And good morning to our members and the listening public. It is standard practice for credit unions to convene annual general meetings to report to the membership on the stewardship of the affairs of the credit union. Marigot Credit Union members would recall that, as required, we made available copies of our 2020 annual report and announced a date and venue for the 2020 AGM. The meeting was consequently postponed until further notice due to the enactment of restrictions on the size of gathering and curfews geared at preventing the spread of COVID-19. Due to this deferment of the 2020 AGM and the rules outlined in the Cooperative Societies Act, we have sought and received forbearance from the Financial Service Unit to implement the following stopgap measures. 1. The tenure of officers of the Board of Directors, the Supervisory and Compliance Committee, the Credit Committee, have been extended to the convening of the 2020 Annual General Meeting. The current auditor, Morrow & Co., has been engaged to conduct the 2021 financial audit. And copies of the 2020 annual report remains available at the offices of Marigot Credit Union at all branches. It is also downloadable from our website at www.marigotcreditunion.com. Today's presentation is not a replacement for our AGM, but a means of providing members with an update as to what is transpiring at Marigot Credit Union while we wait for the opportunity to conduct the AGM. We await the lifting of the COVID-19 prevention restrictions that hinders the hosting of our meeting, at which time we will convene our 2020 annual general meeting in a safe and productive assembly. The financial year 2020 was both a challenging and invigorating one for Marigot Cooperative Credit Union due to the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic, due also to the increased competition in the marketplace in regards to loans, due to the volatility in the rate of interest on investment instruments, and some members' inability to service their loans as usual. Through it all, the governing committees, management, and staff remain ever mindful of our responsibilities and accountability to the members and our communities. As such, we were careful to make decisions that help strengthen and grow our credit union, keeping the collective interests of our membership in focus. We were committed towards continuous improvement of customer service, meeting our members' varying financial needs, managing burden delinquencies, while endeavoring to achieve an operational surplus. At the end of 2020, the Society's gross income was $3,391,641, and expenditures total $2,450,277, resulting in a surplus before appropriation of $941,364. In comparison to last year we had a surplus of $1,098,009. This year, for the 2020 fiscal year, our surplus went down by 14%, down by $156,000 thereabouts. The credit union was still, or the Credit Union was still battling with the high delinquency rates at the end of December 2020. We call on members to honor their commitments to the institution. Members' equity stood at $5,381,000, an increase of $940,000, or 21% over the previous year. The Board of Directors and management continue to place emphasis on members' share capital. There was growth in member share capital during the year of $42,854 compared to the increase in 2019 of just about 3% when it's compared to 2019. Share capital increased from 851,000 to 894,000 in 2020. Members are encouraged to help build a strong financial base for the credit union by purchasing more shares. These shares, which are our contributed reserves, are what will help our credit unions to overcome unforeseen financial crisis. During 2020, we awarded academic scholarships, bringing the total to 10 scholarship holders. We sponsored and made donations to various groups, organizations, and individuals. Marigot Credit Union also gave various types of moratoriums on loans geared at easing the liquidity constraints faced by members as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. We are aware that the downturn in the local economy resulted in some of our members experiencing partial or temporary loss of income. And so we appeal to such members to call your credit union to arrange or to rearrange your loan or loans into a package that is more manageable to you. We are also aware that some of our members are positioning themselves to be able to take advantage of the opportunities afforded by the construction of the international airport in our catchment area. We have restructured our small business and our agricultural loans to facilitate members desirous of commencing or enhancing commercial ventures that use modern, resilient techniques that are properly financed. We invite you to talk to our loans officers who are willing to work with you towards your financial goals. Marigot Credit Union continues its preparation for the mutual financial evaluation of Dominica by the Financial Service Task Force. The board continues its efforts to ensure that our credit union remains compliant with the Cooperative with the Cooperative Societies Act, AML and CFT legislations and policies, anti-terrorism financing legislations. We urge our members to continue access the services of our credit union, and more importantly, to ensure that your account details are up to date. Based on AML and CFT legislation, Marigot Credit Union must update all members' accounts. You are to ensure that your information, particularly beneficiaries, address, contact details, and who is authorized to do business on your behalf at Marigot Credit Union, are up to date. Despite the pandemic, the credit union intends to embrace the digital transition this year and beyond, including working with the following initiatives. We are increasing our membership and share capital by extending the opening hours of service to members and public whom we serve at Woodford Hill and the reopening of the Wesley branch in the not too distant future. We intend to provide our members with renewed access to ATM services. We are currently installing a new, more advanced accounting system. We're providing our members with online banking service, which will allow them to conduct financial transactions and even apply for loans online. We're embarking on an aggressive marketing of the credit union product and services offered to our members. We have since also teamed up with MLAJA to provide mobile payment services to our members and the Dominican public at large. And we encourage our members to download the app. It will facilitate cashless transactions, helping with the prevention of COVID-19 and also the safety and ease of use of transacting business throughout Dominica and soon, from what we understand, the entire OUCS. We recognize that the market within which we operate poses challenges for Marigot Credit Union. However, we continue to seek ways to improve products and services offered to our members. We assure you that with renewed focus on meeting our members' need, we are hoping to have a better credit union. We take this opportunity to remind our members that Marigot Credit Union is your credit union, and your involvement assists in making us thrive. We are proud to recall that Marigot Credit Union was the first financial institution in Dominica to serve its members after the passage of Hurricane Maria, opening our doors within 1 week of the hurricane. A testimony to our commitment to deliver service to our members when they need it most. At this point, we want to express thanks to our regulator, the Financial Service Unit, for their continuous oversight, the Dominica Cooperative Societies League, and our auditor, who ensures that standards, policies, and reports are delivered with integrity, fairness, and accountability. We look forward to working with you and receiving your continuous guidance going forward. The board of directors, the committee members, management, and staff would like to express sincere condolences to the families of the 57 members who passed away during 2020. We trust that you will continue to find comfort in the Lord Jesus Christ. We thank all of our members for their support and for your continued patronage of Marigot Credit Union Limited. We exhort you to remain ever vigilant in observing the COVID-19 prevention protocols. We want you and your family to remain safe and financially stable in 2021 and beyond. And once again, I want to thank the members and thank Mr. Belfield, thank the League for providing us this medium, this forum, or platform to address our members as we all wait for the gathering to have our 2020 AGM as soon as possible. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Belfield.
All right, thank you very much. There you've heard it from the the president of the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union, Mr. Valentine Telemac, on the performance of the credit union for the year in 2020. We will get back to some Q&A. Remember, you can ask us questions. If you're joining on the Marigot Facebook page, you can ask us some questions there. If you're joining on the YouTube channel of the Cooperative Voice, you can also ask the questions there. And you can also ask the questions if you're joining from the league as well as from the Kyrie FM stream. So yes, we're having some exciting times, and one of the things that really struck out, and I remember the president mentioned it, about the fact that within a week of Hurricane Maria passing, the Marigot Credit Union was the first credit union to open, and I think, if not the first financial institution, the second financial institution to open its door to serve its members. So kudos to the resiliency of the credit union. We will come back to some questions from the president. We will have some comments also from the general manager. But before we do, we will just have a word from the auditor of the credit union.
The president, the board of directors, members, invited guests, good day. It's a great pleasure to be here representing Moore & Co, Chartered Certified Accountant. I am Deborah Solomon. International practice requires that the auditors read the audit report. Responses to queries are left to board and management. I will now read the audit report, which is in your booklet from pages 18 to 20. To the members, Marigot Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Marigot, Commonwealth of Dominica. Report on the audit of the financial statements. Opinion. We have audited the financial statements of Marigot Cooperative Credit Union Limited, which comprise the statement of financial position as at December 31, 2020, and the statement of comprehensive income, statement of changes in equity, and statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and notes to the financial statements included a summary of significant accounting policies. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statement presents fairly, in all material respect, the financial position of the society as at 31st December 2020, and its financial performance and its cash flow for the year then ended in accordance with international financial reporting standards. Basis for opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with international standing on auditing. Our responsibilities under those standards are further prescribed in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of the financial statements section of our report. We are independent of the society in accordance with the ethical requirements that are relevant to our audit of the financial statements in Dominica, and we have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with these requirements. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. I thank you.
Update our members as to where we are located, how we can be contacted, and then to give them an update of how we are dealing with the COVID situation thus far. The credit union can be contacted via the following means: landline 445-7155, 445-7166, or cell 265-3871 and 285-7142. That's our admin WhatsApp. Or cell DG 617-4597 and 617-4590. That's our loans account department. WhatsApp is available on both cell phones. Or email address mccu@cwdom.dn or general manager.mccu@cwdom.dn or website www.marigotcreditunion.com. We are also on Facebook. You just type in MCCU to find us. Office of Operations. The Credit Union main office of operations is located at VS Marigot. Currently, our hours of operation are from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. to the public on Mondays to Wednesdays. On Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. to the public, and on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. for head office in Marigot and Calibish branch. The Whitford branch currently opens to the public from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We also look forward to reopening our Wesley branch sometime in the near future as the former president. We look forward to that. We are currently in the process of putting things in place to have this reality. Again, I emphasize the need to follow protocols when accessing services at the different locations. It is for our members' safety and that of the staff who serves you. Currently, we are dealing with the COVID situation. On 2 occasions in the recent 2 weeks, we had to close operations at our head office and branches. Up to this week, on Monday and Tuesday, we had to close our branch office at Calibish and Fort Hill, and it affects our staff. It also interrupts services to our members, but we are back on stream as of Wednesday, and everything is safe thus far. Our main focus is to ensure that our members are served properly and kept safe at the same time, and to protect our staff who serves them. Presently, we encourage people when they come to the institution to ensure that they are properly protected, that they are sanitized, that they wear the face mask, that they are reasonably dressed to enter the financial institution. We have guidance at the entrance who will guide you, who will direct you what to do when you enter the institution to do business. After every service to a member, the area is sanitized. We have so far sanitized our entire buildings for the safety of our staff and the members whom we serve. We are in the process of giving you a better service by lowering our rate of interest, which the President already touched on. We encourage you to come in and talk to us and find out how we can help you. We are focusing mainly on mortgage, on fisheries, agriculture, small business, and education, also motor vehicle. These are our main focus. We have also lower our interest rates on commercial loans and buildings, just to encourage our people in the area to be able to do more business with us. We are there to serve you. We are focusing mainly at the moment on ensuring that our staff are trained and upgraded to serve you better. This is one of our main focuses. And so we invite you at any time to come in and talk to us, find out what products and services are available for you, how we can help you better. Our president has touched on the question of delinquency. We are reaching out to you by way of encouraging you to come in and talk to us, give us the details, and let us see how we can help you by giving you a moratorium on your loans, by rescheduling your loans, if it means you extended the time to be able to give you a lower installment so that you can avoid being delinquent. All this in an effort to help our members and to at the same time to help the institution. Once again, thank you very much for patronizing Marigot Credit Union. We are there to serve you. We recognize that every member that enters our building is a part owner of the institution, and the way we serve you with politeness, with courtesy, with respect, we encourage you to come in and continue doing business with us. Thank you once again for patronizing Marigot Credit Union. We look forward to doing more business with you in the future.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Reginald Robin, the manager of the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union. There are a couple of things, gentlemen, that I want to touch on before we wrap up, because you see the time on the road is very precious and it goes by quickly. There are a couple of things I wanted to bring you on that we need to touch upon. You know, especially in this COVID pandemic here, Mr. President, we have been encouraging all of the credit unions to increase access, member access to the digital channels and the frictionless channels. You mentioned about the partnership with Marigot, but you also have other services. You have the checking account services. You have night deposit facilities. You have online deposit facilities. What's the uptake like? How can members access those who have not been able to join online? How can they access the online platform? General GM, President, any one of you can respond. Yes, you can go ahead, Mr. Robin.
Well, as our president pointed out, we are upgrading our accounting system, which will be to accommodate online service. As a matter of fact, it might be, as you well know, Mr. Belfield, it might be one of the most advanced accounting systems on island. So that will be coming soon. We look forward to that coming on stream at the end of the year. At present, we are able to send out our updated forms online so our members can update their account. And we can call the office and we give them further guidance as to how they can forward their payments on loans, etc.
Okay, that's wonderful, because we know, and it's very disruptive. We've been speaking to the other credit unions. It's very disruptive, especially, for example, if a member tests positive or they've been exposed, or a staff member tests positive or been exposed, the levels of disruption in the business continuity for the credit union. And this is proven to be rather challenging. Mr. President, how is it that the credit union is grappling with the challenges of COVID?
Well, as with or similar to most other institutions, we see the need and intentionally put the interests of our members first when it comes to COVID-19. That said, prevention and trying to mitigate against the spread of COVID-19 is becoming an increasingly expensive burden. Every time we have to close, it affects the service that we can provide to our members. It also affects us financially, and it's gradually decrease productivity. As president, it's my opinion that we financial institutions have to take a closer look as to how we react to COVID-19 and as to how do we really deal with it, because it appears that COVID-19 is going to be with us for some time. And we now have to, I think, go back to the drawing board and do some balancing between mitigation, prevention, and being able to have some form of sustainable presence when it comes to serving.
Right.
But at present, as with most other institutions, we are doing the typical. For every incident, we close. But as we say, we know that that is not really sustainable. But we will, and I think with the help of all of the credit unions, as we come together as a movement, I think we can find a way forward, which is a better approach.
Wonderful. And the other, I noticed, GM, you mentioned about the online, the fact that people can call in, and this is very important. I mean, everybody now has WhatsApp, and you have the Marigot Credit Union website that they can also use to find appropriate contacts there for persons in the loans department, different departments that they need to reach. The Marigot, it is marigotcreditunion.com. How are the members reacting to the new protocols in place and new medium of communication with the credit union? Are they sweating about it? Are they using it, taking opportunity to have this contactless contact with the credit union?
Well, they are, and we are trying our best to give them as much guidance as possible, because we recognize it's in all of us' interest to cooperate in that sense. So we give them our address, give them our telephone numbers. They can call us. Our staff are very polite, and we'll give them the guidance that they need. We have a very efficient compliance officer who will sort of guide the process through, and we are able to deal with the situation until, as I said before, that our new system is properly upgraded. That problem will be eliminated.
And a couple of pundits said last year that by summer the COVID would be gone, and we're here another year on later. And that is why, what the president said earlier resonated with me in terms of us looking at more sustainable ways of dealing with the COVID while we try to maintain that going concern aspect of the credit union. Because having to close 2 or 3 days in a week severely disrupts not only the flow, but also the access to the services by the members who need it the most. Mr. Robin.
Yes. Well, this is the thing. The people must understand that if, for example, you have a family member at your home and that person is working, let us say, at the sub-treasury or at some public place, and somebody at that institution gets affected by COVID, you can't tell a family member to go outside. So that person gets affected. They have a family member working at the credit union. Once the family member mingles with them, we have to ask them to stay out and get tested. Every person in the credit union, every member of staff in the credit union they interact with, have to go and get tested next day.
Contact tracing.
That causes a closure of 2 to 3 days. It interrupts the service to our other members, and it's also a cost to the credit union. It's very costly, because it means that you have to pay the entire staff for staying home 2 days, as the case may be. You have to wait for 5 days after the contact for them to get a proper result. So that borders over. Yeah. And every time that disruption comes about, it affects the service to the member and makes the member inconvenient.
And that's what makes it even more increasingly important for us to look into the digital channels and to make uses of the contacts that we have. On your credit union's website, you'll be able to see the contacts. You can email. You'll soon be able to apply online for loans and also apply for membership and those things. Sure. And the exciting news for you and also on our side is that we're also integrating with the Marigot Credit Union for the mobile wallet service, the M-L'Argent. So for your thousands of members who are at the credit union, you will be able to now link your Marigot account, your Marigot Credit Union account to the M-L'Argent mobile wallet. and be able to move your funds back and forth. You can also go at the credit union's locations and also perform your cash in and cash out transactions there for the MLAJA. Gentlemen, time is already upon us, but I want to thank you kindly for the time spent and for giving out the pertinent information to the membership. Can you inform the membership that the booklets are available, whether in soft copy on your website and printed copy at the offices?
They are available, and they were available from the 27th of July thereabout.
Okay.
So our printed copy of our booklets, minutes of the last AGM, our drafted bylaws, all these are available. Have been distributed for some time now,
right.
But are still available at our office or branch office and our main office.
Okay, and they're available on your website, not as yet?
They I have spoken to my IT persons,
okay.
And
so it should be available soon.
Very soon.
Okay, wonderful. So by the time you have your AGM, the information would have been digested already.
Sure. We just had this little problem because we were planning to have our AGM on the 8th of August.
Right.
It's a pity that our sister Credit Union Central meet us to the 27th. Well, again, we tried the 4th of the 1st of August,
yeah.
where it was a Sunday, and which August
and
Monday
then
was
we had
following.
all the
There was
restrictions.
so many church activities in the area, and so we put it off for the 8th.
Right.
And as the 5th came around, this announcement came out, so
yeah.
we had to.
And currently, I think the maximum gathering now per location is about 25 persons, so
yeah.
which is a far cry from the quorum that is required to legally constitute an AGM, an annual AGM at the credit union. So this is what has necessitated this online forum. But remember, as the president said, this is not a replacement for the AGM. This is just an opportunity for you to get the information from the president and the general manager. Remember that you can pick up your copies of the annual report, of the minutes of the last meeting, and also of the draft bylaws that are going to be discussed at the next annual general meeting, whenever the ministry advises that the credit union can host large gathering again. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time and for the opportunity to discuss with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We thank our members who took time off to listen to us and to get updated as to the ways that we reach you soon. Thanks very much.
All right, Mr. President, any closing remarks?
Well, I really want to thank the League, thank Mr. Belfield and his staff for providing us the platform to speak to our members, letting them know that we intend to keep our AGM as soon as possible, and just giving some of the basic highlights as to what transpired for 2020 and currently what we are doing in light of the COVID pandemic and in light of providing continuous service to our members. Once again, thank you, members, for listening, and for the listening public. Have ourselves a very good day.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Telemak, and that has been the Members Forum for Marigot Cooperative Credit Union Limited, brought to you with kind compliments of the Dominica Cooperative Societies League Limited, in collaboration with the Credit Unions of Dominica and MLAJA Mobile Wallet. This has been another edition of the Cooperative Voice. I was your host, Phoenix Belfield, and we were happy to have the presence of the president of the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union, Mr. Valentine Telemak, and also the general manager of the credit union, Mr. Reginald Robin, to have shed some light on the performances for the 2020 annual report or financial year. You'll be hearing more from your credit union on the holding of its 2020 annual general meeting, as long as it is advised for large gatherings with the Ministry of Health. So until then, thank you for joining the Cooperative Voice program. Be sure to like and subscribe on our social media channels and share comments. You can also like our page and follow as well on social media. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you to our partners, DBS and Kyrie FM, for bringing you this edition of the Cooperative Voice. program. We'll be there next Tuesday. Different time, different content. And so we thank you for supporting the credit union movement. We thank you for supporting the credit unions of Dominica and also for supporting MLAJA. If you want to know more about MLAJA, you can just go to our website, which is www.mlajan.com, or you can send us a WhatsApp at 612-3282 to learn more about the financial solution, digital financial solution that is brought to you with the kind compliments of the credit unions of Dominica, including the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union. So thank you very much for joining the broadcast. And until then, stay safe. Those who can get vaccinated, get vaccinated. Remember to sanitize and to remain socially distant and to use all necessary precautions and protections necessary so that we together can be again resilient and combat the spread of COVID-19. Again, thank you for joining the broadcast. And again, it has been a privilege, as always, to spend some time with you on the air. So thank you very much, and continue to stay safe. Until then, take care. Dominica World, good morning.
Send me money. Send me money. Receive money. Receive money. Send me money. No more hassle. Send me money. Send me money. Receive money. Receive money. It's safe and secure. You want to send your money to friends and family. No more standing in line. It's a new digital financial service brought to you by the Dominica Credit Union Movement. Introduces a new wallet solution, M'Largent. Top up friends, pay bills, make shopping easy, extra secure. Sign up is absolutely free. You want to send your money to friends and family. No more standing in line. Download the M'Largent app today. See your credit union for more details. M'Largent, your mobile payment solution. M'Largent.
My name is Ken Del Francois. I represent Fi's Fragrance Plus. Here I sell incense sticks. I sell fragrance oils. I have from the Middle East and I have from the United States. I sell oil burners. I sell soaps. I sell incense sticks from India. I sell toothpaste. I have charcoal. I have neem. I have different types of soap: black soap, charcoal soap, sage soap, neem soap, sandalwood soaps. I have face scrubs, I have sage bundles, I have frankincense, I have charcoal, I have oil burners, I also have humidifiers, I have a bunch of different products. This table does no justice to my operation. I have a lot more. At this establishment, I accept MLAJA payments.
Send me money. Send me money. Receive money. Receive money. Send me money. No more hassle. Send me money. Send me money. Receive money. Receive money. It's safe and secure. You want to send your money to friends and family. No more standing in line. It's a new digital financial service brought to you by the Dominica Credit Union Movement. Introduces a new wallet solution, M'Largent. Top up friends, pay bills, make shopping easy, extra secure. Sign up is absolutely free. You want to send your money to friends and family. No more standing in line. Download the M'Largent app today. See your credit union for more details. M'Largent, your mobile payment solution. M'Largent.